Okay. Yeah, then can my dear category. Then category most precious, most kind to which willing and a student and friend and father, mother, brother, sister, so forth, all sentient beings. Yeah, then category. Yeah, then motivation then not enough that yourself even achieved nirvana of this part of the cessation of the cessation of the suffering of some oceans of suffering of samsara and by achieving the cessation of the true cause of suffering, the delusion karma, and then you achieve the total cessation of what do you say? Yeah. So yeah. So by achieving the truth, achieving the true path, actualize the path, you see true path, and then actualize that, wisdom directly perceive emptiness, that, and then so that's still real not the meaning of life. And then, so real meaning of life is you see, to free the numberless helpings, hunger, numberless animals, numberless human beings, numberless sura beings, numberless asura beings, numberless intermediates, free them from oceans of samsara suffering and bring them to enlightenment. Buddhahood, you see, peerless happiness. But once alone, and therefore one need to do that perfectly. One need to achieve state of omniscience. Then, of the state of perfect power to rebuild the methods and do the complete compassion to every single sentient. So from here you can see nothing more to learn. Complete compassion, not towards every sentient being. So this mosquito, or this insects, tiny and very tiny insects, you see. Numberless Buddhas, not only Christian Buddha, numberless Buddhas, bodhisattvas, compassion. On the Buddha's complete compassion to the bugs that you eat your body, that mosquitoes drink the blood of the tiny insects. Whatever. Complete compassion to everyone, Papa. So they cherish you, cherish them by numberless Buddha more than or you cherish yourself 100 times more, 1,000 times more than that, more than 1,000 times, or the insect cherish itself, or what you cherish yourself, much more than 100 times more. Buddha cherish us. So therefore, or even I today I tell, but it will come again. So therefore, so Buddha, you see, so bodhisattvas, yeah. So, for so many eons, so they collect merit and purify the mind, an excellent path for each of these mosquitoes. For each of these mosquitoes, for each of these ants. There are, I don't know, scientists say there are, how many ants? 3,000, different types of ants, 3,000 or something. So every tiny insect. I mean, that's just an example of what we can see. I'm just using this. So Buddha, Bodhisattva, numberless bodhisattvas, such compassion. The Buddha's more than 100 times, 1,000 times greater to you and to them. Every in the rain, the worms from the ground, red worms, you see? Last day when we did puja, there was mud, you see? So the red worms, they come up, so that 100,000 times compassion to you. So therefore, not only that, in Buddha, for each sentient being, for this, Buddha collected merits as a practice morality, practice charity, what's the best for sentient beings, see what they like best, for charity. And for 3 countless years, and practice morality, so much hardships. It involves renunciation. You see? Renounce worldly pleasure, samsaric pleasure. Or then practice morality for 3 countless years, much of the matter has. Then practice patience, so much hardships. So, for example, one time Buddha, one time, when king came in the forest, I think Buddha gave teachings to his wife, came to the mountain. And then king heard that, king came to look. I don't remember the story well. So the king said, what are you doing? Then I'm practicing patience. Then he cut one hand. Then, what are you doing? Then he cut, then practice patience. Then cut another hand. Then cut another, then ask again, cut another leg. Then, what are you doing? Practice patience. So only the main body is left. So even that, I made charity in the garbage dump, you see, made charity for thousand ants, even this left over. All that really cherish, so for sentient beings. To actually path to enlightenment for sentient beings. With the total motivation of compassion to us, to every tiny insect, every tiny, every helping, every hunger, every animal, every human, all of that. There are numberless universe, there are numberless human beings. So that's all the other sentiments. So everyone, Buddha did this, practice patience. And then Buddha, this is not only one time, not the number of times. And then perseverance, general perseverance. Like you see, even you have to be in the hell, heavy suffering hell, the number 8. Even there, you see, eons, according to the drop of the ocean, eons, but how many eons? It's going to drop the ocean. So you want for sending me, so happy to be there in the hell. For the sending me. So for the, to help the sending me, to liberate the sending me from suffering. Oh. So kasadi. Then meditation, wisdom, so like that. Yeah. Practice 3 countless great years to achieve enlightenment for sentiment, for every sentiment. So Buddha did that in the achieved enlightenment. Ceased the gross developments and the subtle developments, and achieved the Dharmakaya and the Rupakaya and the Holy Body one for sentiment. For every sentence, numberless help, numberless Sangha, numberless Sura, numberless maybe numberless Sura, numberless for everyone, for you and for. So Buddha did that. So Kachari. So didn't reveal the Dharma. Reveal Dharma. Finish. Reveal Dharma. Complete path to enlightenment. Complete path to achieving law and nirvana, then great nirvana. So everything. So it is. So it's only up to us whether we practice or not, whether we learn or not. So therefore now the conclusion is, how dare you can harm anybody, human being, Chinese insect. Oh, this doesn't matter. Oh, I can kill. Oh, how can do that? So, numberless Buddha. Yes. Oh, achieve enlightenment for this, for every sentient being. Oh, you see, has 100,000 more compassion to this than what each sentient being cherish themselves more than much more. Oh. So how dare you can harm human being? How can you bad things? How can you say negative words? Negative, humble words, humble action body, humble action speech, humble action mind. How can you do that? No way. I mean, see, first of all, today I don't try. Besides the kindness of sentient, that's unbelievable. But now, this Bodhisattvas, so much says the most concerned sentient. Most concerned sentient. So, therefore now, how dare you can harm them? No way. It's the same as harm to Buddhas. It's the same as harming to numberless Buddha. Not only Christian Buddha, numberless Buddha you're harming. Same as the harming to numberless Bodhisattvas, you're harming. If you say any bad words, harm with the mind, harm with speech, harm with body. Anything you do, even small harm. Harm to numberless Bodhisattvas. Whom they cherish most, you harm. That's a harm to all numberless Bodhisattvas. All the statues which the Buddha to harm them. I see, this is what they dislike. Then you do what they dislike. So therefore now, you see, small benefit. Yeah, even with ants, you give food. Small bread, sugars, whatever. Insect, bee, flies, water. So benefiting them, it's best offering to the Bodhisattvas. It's best offering to a numberless Bodhisattvas. Oh, making them most happy, most Best offering because it makes them most happy. Best offering because it makes them most happy. Or even with small benefit. You see, so we have Washington. Every week we make charity. One monk touches it goes out, make charity to the ants' nest. So beginning I went and I saw 2 nests. So and I have a text how to make charity. So with Zamba and bless Zamba and you meet with the manpil, at least one is manpil. I think bless water. So I mean, mix two things and then dry and then sprinkle on them. So they finish 2 days. Anyway, so it's true. Then he found sometimes more than 100 or sometimes less. All like that, you see, each week make charity to ants. So that's very, very easy, very simple. So that's right. So anything you can do, human being, even Chinese and say what, are the best not given up, then even small benefit, whatever help you can offer, is the best offering to numberless bodhisattvas. Best offering, because it makes them most happy, most pleased. That is being kind to others. To any being, you see, any being. That's the most, what makes most happy, pleased. But the best offering. So today the subject will come again, so more will come, more on that. Okay, today we start, okay, just happened. That is, every day we have to be aware, every day we have to be conscientious, every day we have to be aware of this. What pleased the Buddha most, bodhisattvas most. And, you see, that makes you to from samsaric quickly and achieving enlightenment quicker. So humble amazes you collect. All like that. So you see, any service you can do, how important that is to help sentient being. So even small thing, even kind talk. Somebody was very depressed or something angry, so you can't talk, you see? Nice talk, I can't talk, try to help them bring happiness, and like that, whatever, you see? Even giving food, money, or so help, you see? Like that. Then the Kasore, so nature. It's enlightenment for this Kasore, for that the Kasore. One need to achieve enlightenment. Kasore, about the listen teaching. Okay, all right. Then, okay. So this here now, this basis for Lojong, thought transformation. This is the basis, reason, basis. What caused you to practice Lojong, to sacrifice your life to the sentient beings? You see? Dedicate. The most everything to dedicate for others. Me. Then you kind of all life suffering, so many problems, and die without nothing to good Lord. And never even see what's going on. That's a fooling yourself. That's cheating yourself. So if we look at the world, most people, then that possible who didn't meet Dharma, all like that. Then, pulling yourself, as a fooling yourself, cheating yourself, deceiving yourself. There's no enemy outside. You are the enemy to yourself. So reality like that, if you look at life, then you met Dharma, still substance thought. Only you for yourself. even though all your past, present, future, all the happiness can present to me. But Dharma Sangha can present to me. See, well, but anyway, so like that. So now continue yesterday's subject. So I was saying. So yesterday, where you see, I gave example A. I gave that one example, but then it's all related to the, what the Lama Tsongkhapa said. Then I, you see, but then another example A. So I repeat again, so much more clear. So very first time when you're a child, you just see the line, okay? That time because you are not taught this is A. So you don't, so there it doesn't appear you as A. And you don't see that this is A because it doesn't appear to you this is the A. Because you're not taught, this is A. So you have to know clear. So if you know this clear, then you get the idea. You get the idea of it helps the emptiness and it helps many things. So how everything came from your mind. So you see how everything came from mind. Normally we never think of that. Oh, everything came from outside, even I came from it. Everything from outside, everything comes from outside. This is what we're thinking from beginning of birth up to now. So totally wrong. So everything came from the mind. Forms outside, all that. So this. Now, there's a line, blackboard, then the teacher tells you this is A. Okay, now you believe the teacher, what the teacher said. Then your mind, you see, merely impute A, depending on that line. Merely impute A. So, that's the first second. First second. The second, then you see, there's the appearance of A to you. But there are two things. Of course, it's supposed to appear to be mere labeled by mind. As like the first thing what happened, your mind meaning, but you see. So, correct way to appear to you mere labeled by mind. You see? But Buddha, it appears mere labeled by mind. So Buddha doesn't have truly existing appearance. The appearance of existing from inside or exist by nature. What appears real to us, Buddha doesn't have that. What appears, the real appearance, would we have it? Buddha doesn't have that. Why? Then see the Katori. The subtle negative imprint left by the ignorance, you see, ignorance holding everything real. You see, totally ceased, totally purified. Therefore, the hallucination, what is projected is not there. It's negative imprint, but ceased. So therefore, nothing, hallucination, appearance, the truth existence, appearance, it's not there, it's finished. Not. So Buddha doesn't have. Buddha, so what, you see, the appearance is merely limited by the mind, so appear mere imitation. Yes. But for us, it doesn't have that. We ordinary beings, didn't realize the emptiness, that is myself. Then you see, so you see, it appears totally opposite, existing by itself, existing from inside, truly existing, really real air, it appears. So as I described yesterday, it's a projection of decoration by then negative imprint left on the mental quantum from beginner's birth, or by the ignorance holding things as true existence or the real. So projection. So if you wear red glass, then all the white things you see red, they're like that. Snow mountains, with the red, everything you see red. Oh, that depending on what glass you wear. So if you wear blue glass, then everything you see white, everything white, then you see blue. All that depends on concept. Depends on what concept it is. So the negative imprint is we have what brings even didn't have realization. So they will appear real air. You see. So, but you see, but real air, common people, common sentient beings, who don't realization or emptiness or whatever. So, you see, everything appears from existing from there, not from your mind, but from there. Then you see attachment, anger. Then yes, Lama Zopa said, all the delusion rises. Then so much. Then all the problems in the life, like showers of problems. Unhappiness, suffering, like showers, like rain showers. So like that in the life. We've been suffering from beginners to the birth. Now we have to think really carefully. Oh, that. So it can bring your mind to so. So however, so they even it is existing from inside. Even the real air, it comes from your mind, not come from there. It came from your mind. Negative imprint, or left on the mental continuum, so projected over there. So let's say I gave example. Depending on what glass you are, so like that. Yeah, so that if you do drugs, you see the hallucination. If you the dura, everything is the animal, insect. So depends. I mention a story. On the mountain, the Lauto is nearby, and then there's another student or is wrong. He was Mongol, a tall American man. So he has he's a light inside cave, but pleasant nighttime because he has a sun light catching this. What is it called? Solar. Yeah. On the tent, inside he has a stabilizer. That's we didn't have. So it's so very kind of pleasant, warming. So anyway, he went there, sitting there, and he ate that right. Then you see all the everything's warm, So it's not came from. Is affected by the drug, the dura. So you see everything like that. Into the dura power is there. You understand? So hallucination. So you see, even that real air, yes, came from your mind. So what I'm saying is, whom you get attachment, which phenomena, somebody's body or whatever you see, that you think is so beautiful, you get attached to it. But you think it came from it existed from inside. Thinking on based on thinking that, but actually it came from your mind. You created it, you projected it, it came from your mind. So with something which came from your mind, then believing it came from it, then get attached. So it's totally wrong. So we have to recognize the total false view. Also, they say something that you created, hallucination that you create, and then the real truth, and then the real truth comes from inside. Then you attach. So totally wrong concept. Wrong concept. So it's a true wrong concept. The way of apprehending of wrong concept. There's no such thing object. The problem. Then that wrong concept. That concept is completely wrong. You see? Yeah, you can eliminate that. By realizing the object what is apprehend is wrong. It is false. Then you see the concept wrong. That you see. Then you can eliminate the concept. Okay. So then you see, then there's not the thing need to control your attachment. That's one thing, very important to recognize. To realize this, false view. Yeah. So totally, your belief is totally wrong. So like that, you see. So we have to habituate our mind in this way, the reality, not the other, not the wrong way, reality. Then because antidote to the delusion is the cause of suffering. Yeah, so like that. Yeah. Okay. Then also then the if the root of samsara is the ignorance of that. They hold into things as real. Yeah, true, real. Okay, that's so important, and that's logical, very logical. Meditation, very much. Okay, now. But so then I say, so here in the FPMT, you see, so we have more than 166 centers, but some are schools or hospitals or that, but mostly mental center. But because of that, then some sanghas are very busy teaching and very busy working. Traveling and very busy teaching, traveling and working with the centers or organizations. So thinking. Just to mention, as you know, there some people, especially India, so the Kabir monk, so he didn't have much time to be in the monastery. You see, didn't have time in Delhi with the monastery, and so the two Mithya projects, and he had to be Mithya, because of Buddha Mithya for a long time, and then Delhi, and then because teaching at the center, and also Kushinagar, then very busy going there here. So so of course, then so many years going like that, then because then he said even he wasn't thinking he was monk, so you see, then he felt better to disrobe this time because of the so much working for the organization for many years. So sometimes we have a situation like this. Yes, that's very, very sorry. Sometimes we forget, Sangha's working for a long time and didn't get to really think the life of the Sangha to complete in the monk life. And So because many centers, many activities to do, to complete, and takes time, and things like that. So, but good thing is that he didn't do any disgrace. I mean, sort of, how sort of, yeah, sort of doing. Opposite of vows, kind of doing many bad things, and kind of, didn't make it kind of very harmful to the organization or to the people, to the women, and so that we see didn't stay a humble life, and but so long, then Kaswari didn't get to stay in the monastery and do things like that. So then you see, then you see sometimes you don't feel as monk or something. Then he preferred bodhisattva, preferred to change his life. So understand that very clearly, of course. He did so many years monk. He did. So it's really great, unbelievable. That's really great example. So Kasuri inspirational for so many years. Even he could do that, even inspiration that is unbelievable. So what I'm saying is that it's impression. So like that. So therefore, what I conclusion is maybe each year I wondered our FPMT monks maybe to be in the monastery each year, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever, is it to stay in the monastery each year, even though you have to travel, you have to work, but come back in the monastery, stay in the monastery with the monks and follow the monastery things like Sojong, the reviving, to Dharma downfalls, so purifying, reviving. So those things, the monastic things you follow, then you see the practice, one of those things. So you have a Mongol life, in the monastery, even 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, even you busy, but easy to protect yourself. To be in the monastery. So I think this is one thing what I thought since Kabir story. I praise him very much for that many years being monk. It's a humble life, So so my idea is that. And then I think the other one is every day, Lamrim meditation. That's for sure. Every day you get earlier, and then, dinner ideas. Doesn't matter 15 minutes, 10 minutes, but Lamrim meditation. So you can do, one Lamrim text, the middle Lamrim, Lama Tsanga, middle Lamrim, all liberation palm. The most liberation palm is easier. Then there's the other Lamrim. So read that a few times, or 3 times, or 5 times, or read that from beginning to end in the study. But read mindfully, not like that. Then mind thinking something else, then you see this. You can't live in positive imprint. There's Hong Kong. There's a man in Hong Kong. There's a man in Hong Kong. I think I told him. A rich Indian family in Hong Kong. His wife's a Bhagavan. Obi. Obi. So they were rich before, before the New York, the 2 buildings were destroyed by Bin Laden. Before that, so they're very rich, and there's one more richest family in the Indian in Hong Kong. But so one of the girl, about obese, I think. Yeah, I think the girl or something like that went to marriage the rich family. The boy, I think. Anyway, so that time they had buildings. They had those very tower buildings, not just one. But that time so rich, so they didn't take care. They didn't take care of their money, or they didn't take care. So you see, they didn't take care. My main meaning of taking care means use your wealth to collect merit. You use your wealth to collect merit, to not creating karma, to collect good karma, but to collect merit. So the continuously happiness and success from life to life, even greater next lives, they go to enlightenment. So that's the main thing. But you see, even in the worldly way, didn't take care. Not Dharma, but in the worldly way, didn't take care. Oh, just live. They were so rich. So what happened now? I don't know. So after the two towers were destroyed, or something. Well, I think there was so much economics in the rest of the world went down. So then probably even they have to worry about paying rent. I'm not sure. Yeah. So the family, father, mother, family, all responsibility, business came on his shoulder. So we couldn't make money. So for many years. I think I told her a few days ago. Yeah. So even his wife was not friend. I mean, everybody, whole family dislike him because he could not make money. And so so his friend is only Pemba in Hong Kong, the director, resident teacher of the Hong Kong Center, the co-director Esther. So Esther makes outside the money. She bought the center. So his friend is only, obvious friend is only Pemba. And so he calls Pemba 60 times a day. 60 times a day. Then after 1 year, then Pemba has patience, much patience. So then one day called him. Then he phone called him, become less, 30 times. Then he called 30 times, not 60. So, and then he always come, what? Can you do another bigger puja, another big puja? Can you do his house in Bombay and having to sell? But so many years couldn't sell. There were other people staying there. That's the problem. So now I don't know what I was told to. And so I told him to recite Ayya Sangha Sutra 60 times, I think. He did it. But I don't think. He even one word, he think. Even one word, I don't think he think. Read, but never, his mind is not there. Oh, like that, you can't do like that. When you read Dharma books, you can't do like that. Oh, that's all exercise, emphasize to everybody. You have to be mindful when you read Dharma books. That's a meditation. Becomes a meditation. That's, you see? Analytical meditation. Fixed meditation, keeping your mind in lamrim, that's fixed meditation. The fixed meditation. The other one is keeping on one subject, on one, you see, for example, meditation, how the Guru is Buddha. So that you get the mind on that. So that's all any impairments or suffering, So fixed meditation. So So Lamrim is very important, very important. If you don't do Lamrim, then your life goes down. Then, then undisciplined becomes undisciplined, lose the undisciplined. There's no self-discipline, like his own say, and then become loose, undisciplined. Then become kasure. I don't know how to say. Loose. Your life becomes loose. Your mind becomes loose. Then you cannot keep the vows. So Lamrim. So nobody have busy, but 1 hour or two, within 15 minutes. They read the one of the texts as a man, then it's the whole teaching, then maybe 3 times or 5 times from beginning to end. It was something which you don't know, you write on another book. Then you ask Kasore, but if you don't know Tibetan, then you have to Tibetan translator. Every translator doesn't know well Dharma. Then you don't get the correct answer. You answer nearby, but not exact. That's the problem. If you don't speak Tibetan, if you don't know well Tibetan, then there's always a problem there. If you don't get, then you don't find difficult to find translator. Then the translator, even good English, but there's no Dharma, but there's no Dharma, well, then so the problem are, so that's why for Westerners, I think, we have had freedom, to practice Dharma, but I think maybe not knowing Tibetan language will, not knowing Tibetan language. So then you can't, it's difficult to get a correct answer, even ask questions, or to the Geshe, or the Lamas, or who don't speak English, so difficulty like this. So like it fit when the being born held. So then does not Tibet, not able to speak Tibet. So, 9 freedom. But I was thinking like that. So typical, if you don't know Tibet, really difficult. So much problem. Then, translator who knows well, then English both is very difficult to find. Like that. So I think if you can learn while you are young, I mean, Lama Ishe, I told you, Darjeeling. Lama wear shoes from Baksa, rubber, the car wheel, car wheel, the thick rubber, same the car wheel. Then thick kind of on the top, hill. So they wear that and then put an umbrella and then go into the rain, chuck, I think it's probably maybe, I don't know, 2 miles, I'm not sure, to learn the English. The two ladies, two Christian ladies, missionaries, body like this, body becomes so old, body becomes like that. So they still learn Tibetan. They still tend to learn Tibetan to convert others, Tibetans in the Christianity. When the body becomes like this, so the Lama go to learn English. There's some Tibetans go to learn English from them. So Lama had some good England company, this book, grammar. So Lama went to England English. I like that. Their bodies are so old, they body like this, but still learn Tibetan. You know that. His Holiness says, easy way to learn Tibetan language, Dharma, it's especially philosophical things. Easy way to learn Tibetan language. To learn the technical Tibetan, that technical philosophical language. Sorry. All these are that. So what is that? Yeah. So sorry. Okay, so then yes, at least 3 times to do like that. Sometimes you may have to do more if it happens differently. And then you do that general idea. Maybe 3 months or 5 months. You see, on the guru, perfectly following guru, on the outline, you circumambulate meditation. You see. Yes, through the outline, yeah. So, meditation, the meditation guide is a book, the Sentient Nectar. After you read the commentaries with then Sentient Nectar is one. Not very too elaborate, not too small, but it's quite good for straight meditation. Okay. There are the other things. Follow the outline of Lamrim. There's a liberation bomb. It's an outline. So you got that. You have it's English for ages ago. So there's a meditation guidebook after you read the commentary. So 3 months or 5 months or something like that. Then you do the graduate path to lower capable being in general. The public reported to the Karma there. Go through the outline during the time. And then after that, you do the graduate path, middle capable, so 3 months or 5 months, go to the outline with the meditation. Then the bodhicitta, 5 months, 3 months or 5 months, bodhicitta, 7 changes of mind, cause effect, and then the equalizing 3 months. But then the emptiness 5 months or the 3 months. Or then if you need, you do that again, like even 2 more times. Do like that. Even you can do. If you want to do more, you can do even 5 times like that. So no, this is always making your life most beautiful. Your life must be discipline your mind. Discipline your mind, your body, spirit, mind. Why? The best is simple. Your mind is simple. Discipline your spiritual body. Then you pray. You are alive in the Lamri. Then benefit is numberless sentient beings, numberless apples, numberless animals, numberless animals. On every tiny insect, number another universe. You are benefit. Especially the body. Like that. Then after that, you do effortful meditation. Then after the effortless meditation, then no matter how many weeks, a month, years it takes them to get realization correctly. They sing the Guru in the Buddha, have to settle my mind. Or then exactly follow. So most happy to follow the Guru's advice in because he wishes. Most happy. You don't feel burden. You don't feel burden. We don't do this. No, most happy. You're most happy to do that. That's your great happiness. Because that you can achieve faster. You can be free with samsaric. You can achieve faster. So it depends on that. The rule of the path to enlightenment depends on that. So you have to know that. Yes, in the West, some people talk about Dharma, but you see that, but they don't know Ruth Passing, don't know about Guru, they have no idea, they receive teachings, and so they think maybe Tibetan Lama, Tibetan Lama want offerings, and what? Maybe I have to stop there. I think maybe it looks like a picture of hell down. Picture, I think maybe hanging, look like that. So, so this is something Tibetan Lamas better up. They what do you call? Something they made it up for their benefit. So kind of like that. They made things like that. Anyway, So in the Lamrim, there's all the quotations, Buddha, Pandits, Buddha's follower, Pandit. So, and then they say yogis, Indian yogis, there's always references. It's not that whichever Lama's tree. No, it's not like that. So even you can tell from your experience those people who practice. You can see when you have a strong devotion, you see, it's easy to feel the impermanence, it's easy to feel compassion, it's easy to emptiness. It's easy to feel. Then when the devotion disappeared, one day, you don't know how to meditate, devotion, then everything becomes so difficult. Then compassion becomes only words between lips. You don't feel here. So many things. Many things become like this. When the devotion goes away, then we become like hot desert. Desert, you see, hot desert, nothing grows. No water, nothing grows. So the mind becomes like that. So hot desert, you see, nothing grows. All of that. So even you know Dharma, can talk so much. Like this, all the, but mind is totally empty. You don't feel. So you have to be careful. What happens? It depends on devotion. You might be Dharma or not. That depends on devotion. So the devotion does benefit. So, you can tell from your experience, your own practice. If you practice, you can tell from your own. So so easy to have realization. Stronger devotion. The Java and Saba, who achieved enlightenment in the brief lifetime of distant time. You see, who achieved enlightenment? Java and Saba. Lama was a disciple. So said, I think the beginning part. Dona Nyamdo Chejo Kangjang. In short, what do you have? Great small realization. Dona, in short, no doubt talking so much. In short, essence, he's giving the advice. Dona, in short, Nyamdo Chejo Kangjang. What do you generate small or great realization? It's due to what do you have a great devotion or small devotion. What do you meditate? The great devotion or small devotion. Due to that, what is very essence you must write down in your diary book. So there the valid teacher, valid guru, or the originator of realization, or the originator of your realization, from your receipt of realization. Something. Think qualities. Don't think mistakes. Look at the qualities, the guru. Something. Yeah, correct. In the 50 verses of Guru Rinpoche, it says, Lama Jeje Kanyanja, do what pleases the Guru. Lama Jeje Kanyanja, Minye Chuko Bons, whatever displeases, abandon, renounce, abandon, whatever displeases. Lama Jeje Kanyanja, Minye Chuko Bons. Chodong Tomong then common sublime realization you achieve in this life. Oh, there. Lama Jeje Kanyanja, Minye Chuko Bons. Chodong Tomong Tsiding the common realization, common and the sublime realization you achieve in this life. So you achieve not in this life. Oh, that. So that's what Java and Sava did. He like Minerva, but without much that life, without being so much hard to like Minerva, not. So just Swami says Java and Sava do it by eating good food, staying in comfortable place, and they achieve it. But that why just Swami often says that they're talking about culture of Lama Tsungavati. Then there's another quotation. Another text. If you think a mistake, if you hold mistake in the Guru, then you don't achieve realization. If you hold this, then you achieve realization. All that. 대바 지중국의 투예배 오늘지는 라마라서 자원사버스도 오늘지는 to the valid guru who is the originator of your realization. You understand something, think of qualities, don't think of mistakes. Keep this instruction. Dhamma-dinge til like in the your hand in your palm, you see, that's close there. So most important, keep this practice, keep this as most important practice, you know. Keep it most, keep it the most, most important practice, this instruction. Then may I complete such like this promise, you know, in the life. All the Jawa and Saba, who Lama Tsongkhapa, the disciples who is doing that when they brilliant time or distant time, or say this with his experience, not the blah 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 blah, not like me blah blah blah. Oh, his own experience. There is the 한자도 개매 다시 쇼. 가서 안 내가 했는지 then Purifying Lama said, so I can remember this time. Purifying Lama was so powerful. Ransom laboratory, Shengola, in the view of one's own mind, laboratory, hallucinated. Wrong hallucinate mind. In the view of that, Your mistakes appeared in the Guru's action. Your mistakes appeared in the Guru's action. All that. You see, your mistake appeared in Guru's action, all that. So, so there's definitely your heart from death is rotten. So by realizing that your own mistakes, that is, see the mistake, the Guru's action is your own mistakes. By realizing that, get rid of like poison. So poison, something which kills you, nearby, then you immediately throw away. You immediately discard or cast, throw away. All like that is something which can kill you. All like that, all these wrong concepts. Oh, the seeing mistake, the Guru only realize your own mistakes, then immediately get rid of that. Like poison. Then the next one. Whatever the Guru does, action, whatever Guru does, then seeing whatever action Guru does, seeing pure, having that Tanang, pure appearance, whatever action the Guru does, seeing that pure. You know? So you see, killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, or the drinking, whatever, tendon virtue, even it shows, you see the action of Guru, but you see, that's your own mistake. So appeared to your wrong harish mind, the view of that, your own mistakes appeared in the action of Guru. Oh, you realize that, recognize that. I mean, wrong way is definitely rotten depth from your heart. But recognize that's your own mistake, then abandon my person. Then, so whatever Guru does, action Guru does, seem pure, so having the pure appearance. 지체 최소들이 삼내지. So whatever is done, is Dharma. Jiche, whatever is done. Become Dharma. So they're profound. That's a profound That's a vital point. Teacher choose to do it, sanity. Whatever action done becomes Dharma. That sanity, profound point, profound vital point. Teacher choose to do it, sanity. That can be related also yours, I think. After all that, what is said, if you able to do that, whatever you do there, they become Dharma. Then that becomes the profound point, or whatever the Guru does to them. Oh, that is the teacher chooses to become Dharma. So that's a profound point, profound vital point. Teacher chooses to sanity. Jisam chooses to be. It's our cause. So that's the last one. Whatever you think, teacher chooses to do sanity. Jisam penta to be. It's our cause. So whatever you think, that becomes the root of the completing the benefits. Jisam chooses to be. It's our cause. So whatever you think, become Dharma. Become Dharma. So that becomes the root of the yeah, whatever you think, whatever you think, you understand this is root of the path, root of the root, whatever you think, this is the root of the Dharma. Jisam chooses to be Zawako. Whatever you think, this becomes the root of the Dharma. This is so important practice. To write or to know, to all that, if you can, or meditate on this, you can use this every day. Wow! That power is the most powerful. To clean your mind. Wrong concept. Like garbage, you clean your room, garbage throw it, or then your mind clean. Okay. Okay, now so there's back to Sangha. So this is what I think. Basic thing. There might be more, but basic things. Each year to spend some time in the monastery to follow the monasteries, the monastic life. The other monks, you see, those attend Sojong and Kasore. Yeah, then during the practice was, yeah. So yeah. So you see, I mean, of course, you see, Western Sangha can't follow that pattern. I mean, here, Kopan, for example, all the prayers, all the, of course, Molam, this time, because we long, very kind, she sponsored, because I said one of the players, so really so good. Monks, Nalanda monks, able to come for the Molam. I attended this first time on the Molam study. I was supposed to the acting, the Molam. So they, so precious the words that you recite. But it was so precious. So Western Nalanda could come to be. So you enjoy so much. So I think, so now the monks got stuck in Maratika. So some monks from Sarah got stuck. So they enjoyed. They enjoyed, and they all translated what was not translated, so they can say the prayers. So they know what is the subject. especially who started the debate, the Sarah. Those who started with that kind. So, anyway, what do I say? So, but normally the pujas, the many prayers, they won't be able to, if you bring book, so if you look at the book, then maybe if you can read it, but I hope attend Sojong there was what can do, you see, like that, you see. So, do you have any idea? Do you have some idea what was Sangha? Yeah, and Jen, yeah. You have some idea what they should do? Or you think for protection their life, Sangha, what they should? You have an idea? Huh?
I think I went to Nalanda, so they already got a system there.
Yeah.
Those monks that are outside one, like in Singapore,
yeah.
They isn't really, we got no sojong there. That's why most of the time I stay in Sarah or I try to come to Kopan for sojong.
Yeah, I think for you, I think either Sarah or here, Kopan is better.
Correct.
But the Singapore doesn't have.
Yes, Singapore will be quite difficult.
Yeah, so I think Sarah or Kopan, I think is good. Nijan, do you have an idea? Do you have any idea also for FPMT Sanghas to keep their life Sangha for, longer? What methods you have an idea from your experience?
I think it's very important to stay with other Sangha. It must be very difficult to stay alone all year in the city. So just, like Rinpoche said, spend some time with Sangha each year.
You mean numberless monastery or just Sangha?
Well, it's not always possible to stay in monasteries, so just sometimes small group.
Oh, there's another, there's also,
There's always a monastery if you want to.
Yeah. So, I think, yes, it's true with the Sanghas, but I think nunnery or monasteries, I think that's because it has system, sojong, and all that, what they're supposed to do, they have, so that's a good one. Even though still is good with the Sanghas, yeah. Anything, any friend?
I think to be in an environment with a system really helps to keep.
Well, you have all Kopan.
People tell you what to do.
Huh?
People tell you what to do, and that helps.
People tell you what to do and that helps.
What is the proper thing to do, how to dress properly, behave properly. And when you're alone, nobody tells you what to do.
People tell you what is the proper thing to do when you're in a community. When you're alone, there's nobody telling you that. You do whatever you want.
And then?
Some retreat every year, Rinpoche said before. Rinpoche said some years ago that Sangha should do retreat every year. Then for me to stay with somebody who is a very stable example, then you get some inspiration.
Not necessarily monastery.
Well, if you can, but if you can't, like some people don't even live where there's a geshe teaching.
What's that? What's that?
Yeah, like some Sangha, they become Sangha and they live in a place where they don't even have a geshe teaching.
So there's not a stable, good example to live as a monk or another. That's I say, you see, Lamdrim, how much busy Lamdrim always, even traveling with Lamdrim meditation, 1 hour, even half hour, even 15 minutes. That's I say, must.
very good. That I did brief explanation. So so that that includes that. But even so, to be in the well, friend, in the Kopan Monastery for so many years, that's a very different. You have so much sport and inspiring examples. For your life, it's very easy. I mean, skill sport and all that. So there's the Sangha, so to numbers, and then or many they don't have any other Sanghas to be together. So so then try to be, I think monastery. So so try that's possible. So you can follow the monastery's style there, the practices. So try to join there, even 1 month, 2 months, or whatever easy. Generally, that's I'm saying generally, even you have to go far to do your jobs or the center activities, whatever. But come back to monastery to spend time. Is that possible or not?
Yes.
So the general advice, but that was individual life. But I'm talking general advice. So the lamping every day. Without lamping every day, without lamping every day, then your purpose of your life is finished. Without mind thing, lamping, then purpose of your life is finished. Then your life becomes Indian milk, more water, then no milk here. Milk is gone. So like that. So I think, so today see what we should do. But also individually, of course, it was good. Yeah, that's one thing to try if one can. So, but I think yes, spend time in the monastery of Nandarithari for a certain length of time. So what you can, then it's very, very important. I think that's very important. Then you will learn wherever you are. So even if you are in the hell, even you are born in the formless realm, yeah, I think. So I think Kabir, Kabir, so long has been working for the projects and didn't get to spend time in monasteries. So didn't get to think that. That's what I'm saying. But he didn't do and he's really humble to others in the past. I mean, they've been living a humble life, good. But so now, so long ago, so only traveling, talking, teaching them. So it's so long time. It's the next to Lucial. Well, and yeah, the Sangha life. The as I mentioned before. So, yeah, working for your own liberation from samsara, yes, but of course, then enlightenment, great liberation, great nirvana, great liberation for sentence, to bring to purifying samsara, not all that, bring to full enlightenment. So that's, yeah. So that. Okay, so yeah, maybe we stop there. Sorry. Okay, so So I think it's good. I think general idea is each year to, spend 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever you can. So, if you can do walk from there, it's okay, good. Then otherwise you have to go. So anyway, I have to spend a little bit time. That's about it. For the monastery, nonetheless, there's the rules. Whatever is supposed to do that. Yeah. So, yeah. That's all. You ever seen something to Zopa? Do you have something to say?
No, but just that it has been very helpful to be here in Kopan these few months.
Huh?
For me, it has been very helpful to be in Kopan.
Yeah.
5 months.
Also for you?
Very good. Excellent. Even the clothes are slowly becoming red.
Huh? He's about to be ordained. Okay. Thank you, Olivia. Huh?
Nothing.
So in Singapore, many people that I know, Sangha, after 2 years, 3 years, they disrobe. They finish.
Where?
Singapore. Not Tibetan monks, the Chinese Mahayana. So they ask the purpose. They cannot find the meaning. They don't know why they do. Why they become. So a lot of them disrobe. So
Yeah.
because there isn't.
Okay, I'll tell you. One first, that's good to tell me there, but I forgot something. When his son Karmapa came in New York, 100 men became monk. Because he's a Karmapa, you're so inspired, but there's no monastery. But there's no monastery to guard, to teach them and to follow monastery rule and, all the, because protect the vows, there's no monastery. So when next year when he sort of come up again, they all disrupt. And the next year, when he sort of come up again, they all disrupt. At that time, they didn't have no monastery. And to protect the vow, there's Sojong, so on, all the things, to education. So they all disrupt. So therefore I say, be careful. Be careful. So somebody get excited when the Lama comes. So much excited. Wow! Then you become manga. Suddenly you become manga. And then you see, then what? Then there's no any kind of guidance, or there's no monastery to show you the guidance of the path. How to protect the vow, teaching the vow. There's nothing there. So that's why when next year Karmapa came, they all disrupt. So therefore, when the Lama comes, just excited, you have to think. You don't have to think just excitement in that time. No, there's a few days wasn't. You have to think of. Once you become a Sangha, you see, they promise it's a time, not Theravada. You say, a good name. So, not just 1 day or 1 week or few days or few years. I think the king became a monk for 3 days. So they have that system. You see, so Tibetan, that's a lifetime. So, so you have to think, you see, continuation. So not just excitement with the Lama comes, no, not like that. So the minimum, some Westerns, I think, just think right now, and then after that, Well, also maybe during the guidance, and then during the karma, during the guidance, and then of course they're left alone to, because they're in the karma, so like that. What else? So that's one thing. But okay, now that's more in tomorrow. Okay, so very important subject. We'll get to them. All right. This so basically so the more those have become Sangha, so that's more of that to continue to protect vows and continue and so like that. See, this is what I said, the basic, very basic. Then tomorrow, then the next day, they still not finish some subject, on this subject. Okay. So that's on the USA Lama, then don't see, then people get too excited, and then the Lama left, then nothing, you see. So it's like that. What you're going to do? Of course, you see, that's this, from the five upasaka vow which lay people can take. You see, example there like this. There's one who in the past, Papakatayana, traveling, walking through the beach or something. Then daytime, Deva's life, palace, one beautiful palace, and in Deva life, unbelievable enjoyment, and the goddesses and like that. Then when the nighttime happened, then suddenly everything changed. The house got burned by fire. Anyway, so sudden change when nighttime happened. Then that person had to eaten by a dog. Something like that. I don't remember exactly. Eaten by a dog, and all things nighttime. Unbelievable hell. Nighttime hell, daytime devil life. Again, the morning sun starts, then everything turns. Everything is the house being slightly mentioned, and the goddesses with so much enjoyment. So what happened in the Papakatayana met, Papakatayana met. So Papakatayana met. Then told him by the person who experienced devil life and nighttime hell, send a message to the country, to his country where he was from. You see. So that was his past life. Daytime sexual misconduct not done. To the vow to not do. It's easier not daytime. So nighttime it's difficult. So nighttime didn't take the systems conduct averaging. So therefore he has because to the vow daytime, so Deva life, the result Deva life, incredible the goddess, the sentiment and unbelievable enjoyment. Then nighttime turned then hell. No? So it's the dogs were eating his head and so like that he has to go over this karma like that. Then he to prove I think if I don't miss the story, he proved that there was a knife, sword hidden near the fire. So there was a proof. Otherwise, it's hard to believe. The family wouldn't believe Papakatayana. So said hidden a sword near the fire. So then Papakatayana told. Oh, then came sword was there. They found it there. That's how they believed that he sent the message. And then another one, daytime hell, nighttime Deva life. So the daytime, to not kill animals daytime. To not kill not kill animals. Then nighttime kill animal. I think something like that. So nighttime the result that daytime taking vow to not kill, nighttime not taking. So I think maybe I made a mistake. So daytime Deva life, nighttime hell. I think something like that. That was the right words, but it's a mistake. So again send a message to not kill. So there was some story might be proved, I know. I forgot. So Papakana told them they send a message to the family: don't kill animals. So see, so that happened. Daytime keeping the vow to not kill. Nighttime they cannot kill. So yeah. This one, that you see, the result change. The other one, nighttime hell, daytime Deva life. Then this one, nighttime Deva life, daytime hell, like that, or something. Yeah. So yes, it's keeping the vow even for 1 hour. It's unbelievable merit. Generally it is, even 1 hour. Oh, not like that. Okay, so that's I did all the